Well, all right then. Well, what's up, everybody? It's Ty, and I'm gonna take you through the morning routine of late. So first thing I do is I wake up. I never brush my hair. Girlfriend tells me that it looks like I'm electrocuted every morning. She's not entirely wrong. Kind of like it. Put the hat on, business cash. All right, so first thing I do, I'll wake up out of bed, brush my teeth a little bit, and then sit down right there on those 2 blocks. Get a little meditation in, always. Right now I'm meditating to a really basic audio soundtrack. If I go a few days without it, I notice it. I get real agitated. I'm a little bit like more, not temperamental. I used to have a temper, but not really temperamental. More like uneasy, like worrying about a million different things, not focused, not centered. Shout out my Christmas tree. Next thing that I do is I read. So right now I'm reading this book. It's called Freedom by a guy named Osho. If you haven't read any of his work, I highly recommend it. The cool thing about Osho's work is that he actually never wrote any of it. So this guy would just give talks and people would write manuscripts for him. Some of his books are a little bit repetitive. I got one book right here. Let me grab it for you. Yeah, I got one book right here. It's called Living on Your Own Terms by Osho. Again, to be honest with you, there are actually a lot of similarities in both of these books. I just absolutely love it. The courage to be yourself. He's really just talking about how, you know, a lot of the things that we think make us who we think we are is actually just a lot of conditioning, whether that's from our parents, politicians, religious circles, or whether that's just from like social media, or like, you know, you should look like this, or you should dress like this, or you should talk like this, or you should be like this, you know. And he just talks about the power of deconditioning yourself and really living on your own terms, which I think is incredibly valuable. And I'll probably make a whole video on that eventually. Not gonna lie, this is the first one, so it's only up from here. While I'm reading, before I get my morning joe, I always crush a liter of water. So a few things about water. Definitely recommend drinking some before you drink your coffee. I mean, I thought that was pretty common sense, but apparently it isn't. So I'm gonna tell you all that. Make sure you drink some water before you drink your coffee. You wanna think of it as like, you know, your body's this beautiful vessel and you just slept for 8 hours. You wake up and you get a wicked opportunity to just give it something real good right off the get-go. So I recommend water. You probably heard of it. Maybe what you haven't heard of though is a water filter. Let me take you over there. This is my water filter. It's called a Santivia, and I mean, I love it. Let me zoom in here. It's got the 7-stage filtration process, and then it's got some alkalizing and mineralizing stones in the bottom, you know? And this is just a really great way to make sure that not only are you drinking water, but you're also drinking water that doesn't have a lot of, you know, crap that our water unfortunately has in it. Like radioactive material, pharmaceutical drugs, chlorine, fluoride, all this stuff that kind of gets just put in our water supply. You know, it's saddening, really. So I'm big on the water filter, and I like that one specifically because it not only takes a lot of stuff out with the charcoal base, but it also adds the minerals back in and it alkalizes it, which is bueno. So after I get my water, then I go make my coffee. I'm a big Bulletproof Coffee guy. Bought Dave Asprey's 4 books about a few months ago. Read them all. I got into the fasting situation years ago at this point, and yeah, been really loving that. Really helped me become what's called, you know, fat adapted, so being able to go longer between meals. I rarely get hangry. I mean, I love to eat, my girlfriend will tell you that, but yeah, no, I can go hours without food. I mean, I'm probably about 5 or 6 years in of fasting intermittently, but yeah, it's been a big difference. My energy levels, you know, I never have like spikes and crashes. That's super huge. Right now I'm at the point where not really eating or doing anything specifically for like getting leaner or losing weight or anything like that. Fortunate enough to kind of get a hold on that earlier. Now I just do it for my brain. There's a lot of benefits there. With that said, this is my Bulletproof Coffee, and let me just get my first sip. It's great. Another one. Nice. So I'm not always super consistent. I think that's one misconception a lot of people make. So like, this is what I always take in the morning. Like, some mornings, you know, maybe 5 out of 7 mornings. Other mornings I don't, and just, I don't know, don't feel like it. But right now what I've been doing is stacking my coffee with L-theanine. There's so much research on stacking this with coffee and the benefits of it on your brain. If you're a person who drinks coffee and you feel jittery after, let's say you feel like you have higher stress levels, you read into cortisol and you feel like that's you know, that might be something that you battle with. You know, definitely stop drinking 6 cups of coffee a day, maybe bring it down to like 1 or 2, you know. But then with the coffee, because it's nice in the morning, I won't lie. And let me walk this into, yeah, I got the L-theanine in there. This one's from Pure Labs. This is actually a local Canadian company, so I support the local situation, you know. But yeah, the L-theanine is super, super nice. And then I had to do it. I got on the Alpha Brain not too long ago. Not taking it every day. I'm not really sure if that's like the recommended dose. Obviously, the company tells you take 2 a day, but that's just because, you know, they want you to get more Alpha Brain. But I gotta say, I really do gotta tell you that this supplement, I notice a big difference when I take it. So that's been pretty cool. And we're about to take that right now. So I take 1 L-theanine, and these are pretty big actually. These ones are 250 milligrams. So I'm gonna take 1 of those, and then I'm gonna take 2 of the Alpha Brain. Boom, baby. Cheers, brother. And after that, yeah, I mean, the morning's pretty well complete. Yeah, we popped out of bed, checked out my hair. It's a mess as usual. And then come out here, hit the meditation button, drink a glass of water as I read my book, and then I make my coffee. I got a big vision of bringing you some material. I just want to teach people how to live more conscious lives. I want to teach people how to eat better. I want to teach people how to train better, exercise better, drink better water, how to pick high quality food in the supermarket, how to do it without paying ridiculous amounts of money for it. Books that I like, just ways that we can become a better, more conscious society. That is the number one thing that is on my mind and in my face right now. I want to bring people back to the roots, get people away from conditions of trying to be somebody that we've never met before. I think that in itself is a really crazy thing, you know, and it's like, you don't have to be a bad person to fall into that trap. You just naturally will. I'm all about bringing it back to simpler roots. I got a grandma, she's 98 years old. Talk to her frequently, and when I do, I'm always asking her stories about what was life like when she was a kid, because I truly do feel that we're at a point now with the way society has exponentially grown, and from a technology standpoint, from a travel standpoint, you know, we've made a lot of advancements, but yet in a lot of ways I noticed that we're still kind of behind the line. So I would like to inspire every single person to, one, really look at who they are as an individual, and then ask themselves, how can I express that individuality to the world? Because that's really what the world needs right now. We need more of people being the person that they want to be, not who they think they have to be, not doing a job that they think they have to do to make money. We need more people to be creative. We need more people to make videos. That's why I'm doing this. We need more people to paint. We need more people to sing. We need more people to dance. We need more people to share their craft. And let me tell you, cliche as it sounds, every single person has got something tremendously special to offer. And I don't really know how mine's gonna navigate. I got a few ideas, but literally this video is just an accumulation of me sitting there for the past 3 months going, okay, panicking inside, doing what I'm pretty good at, training people, getting people fit, helping people get out of pain, helping people with injuries. I'm pretty good at that. I've been doing it 11, 12 years. I got a good handle on it, confident with it. I don't feel, you know, ever timid or uncomfortable. I could walk into a room, run a class, no problem. But now I'm looking for a little bit of a new challenge. So I'm hoping that me following my craft, following my heart, following my inner guide to do the thing in the world that I feel like that needs to be done, I hope that it translates to you doing the same. If you have any questions, I would love to answer them. Please leave something in the comments, message me via email. I'll put my email in the description, and I would love to hear from you. Thanks for coming out, and adios.